So childhood cancer, as with all cancers, develops because as cells rapidly grow and divide, there's a lot of things that happen in that. If you remember back to your high school biology classes and meiosis and mitosis and all those cells splitting apart and those funny looking cells doing this, there's a lot that happens when that all goes on. And mistakes can happen in anything, right? So when the mistakes occur in this process of replication, most of the time it causes the cell to just die. But ever so often there's a mistake by chance that occurs, and when it occurs it makes that cell angrier and more aggressive and grow more rapidly than a normal cell would. And that's what cancer is. It's these angry, genetically not normal cells that are now growing out of control and causing a tumor or leukemia or whatever the case might be. And while in certain adult cases there can be environmental exposures that cause that, in pediatrics that's almost never the case. Almost never the case. Generally, what we have to tell families is that this is just a chance occurrence. We don't know why it occurred in this child versus another child. It's like lightning striking. So childhood cancer is a variety of diseases and different types of malignancies. So it's not one single thing. The most common malignancy among children, talking about those under the age of 21, is leukemia. So childhood leukemia, and there are several types of that, but just as a group, if you said one category, leukemia would be the most common. Second would be brain tumors, and that's a very close second. They're pretty much almost equal. And brain tumors affects very young children more often than older children. They can affect anyone of any age, but actually infants and toddlers may be more apt to get brain tumors than like leukemia. Brain tumors is also a type of cancer where steadily over the past couple of decades we've seen a slight increase in the incidence of brain tumors. So, year to year, it might be 0.5% or 0.3%, but you add that up over decades and you can gradually see that the incidence is higher now than it was a couple of decades ago for brain tumors. And so the other way I kind of describe childhood cancer as a group is looking kind of at third and a third and a third, right? So if you put leukemia and lymphoma together, that would be about a third of all the cases that we see. If you looked at brain tumors, it'd be like a third of all the cases we see. And that leaves you with the other third that's probably going to be this hodgepodge of all sorts of what is really rare diseases. That includes things like muscle tumors, rhabdomyosarcoma, certain kidney tumors like Wilms tumor, certain types of nerve tumors or adrenal tumors, it's called neuroblastoma, retinoblastoma. There's just a hodgepodge of more rare solid tumors that make up that kind of other third.